the sky. Hi. Good morning, people. Wow. Do you know, when I just heard the sounds outside, I could hear it, the children playing at the playground again. Always, you know, the universe will always remind me. Do you know what I did yesterday? I came here. Later, I promised, you know, Spanish brother was gonna come here on Sunday because we went out on Saturday. Even in the morning, you know, sister and said, hey, we got home back on time. It was 3 in the morning. But hey, I don't know. But I just remember, you know, I called my auntie Fatima in South Africa. You know, when I'm drunk, I always call. I always did that. You know, people got annoyed with me when I was younger, so it's all better. But you know, I called my auntie in South Africa. I told her my emotions, you know. I said, auntie, finally, you know, I was speaking my truth, you know. And my auntie understood. I even said, you know, auntie, I'm drunk. But then one moment, she believed me, of course, she believed me. Always, because at the beginning, when we went to the crisis center, Sterkhuis, I had a conversation with her. And even when we came out of that Sterkhuis, I just told the maatschappelijke ambulance hulp, I said, I just need a day for myself without anyone around me. So I said, I'm going to go to a hotel with the money that I still had. And that time, I said, I just need to go into a hotel, clean bed, clean shower, everything, you know. Because when me and my sister is also a story, of course. But when me and my children left there, you know, my children, Noah, we got pimples from the mattress in Sterkhuis. And I told them, my son got that. And after that, I got that too. So, but they just thought that we were telling, you know, the people that work there. They thought, hey, how can that happen? We never had things like that. But hey, there will always happen something in life. Okay, you can't just say it never happens. Wow, there's so many things and details to this story, people, because I know the A to the C, of course. I know my life. So, you know, let's just go back to the straight line again. Yesterday I came here. And, you know, he watches Spanish Vibes. He watches videos on his phone, you know, like normal people do. What is normal? But he also watches food for programs. I love that. Not programs, but shorts. You see, even the internet is getting quicker. No more long programs on the TV. They don't even have a TV here. Do you know the old roommate here? He left before when I started to know him first. He said, that man is crazy. And hey, I didn't know about that man because the first time I came here, the man wrote down with a marker, even on that closet, smile, you're a camera. I thought, but hey, and even wrote down on other locations in the house. I thought, what the F is going on? But hey, that was the first time I came here. And the Spanish wife told me that. And hey, I thought, I'll just stay in the open, in the middle. I don't know who's the crazy one over here. Because, hey, you don't know people before you really start to know a person. And that's not 1 hour, 2 minutes, 5 minutes on the internet or whatever. Because, hey, when you judge a person for those moments, then tell me, are you real or are you then ignorant? Yes, people are. That's because the people in de Nederlandse instellingen, jeugdinstellingen, zorginstellingen, kinderraad van bescherming, vakteam Tilburg, Sterkhuis, Veilig Thuis en gemeente, Joke en Sabine. Wie hebben we nog meer? Oh ja, Karin. Ook. Karin, Voland. Wauw. Politie. Al die mensen die geen kaas hebben gegeten van hun beroep, hebben allemaal misdaden gemaakt. En en nog ook de scholen van mijn kinderen. So maybe, do you know what? I was thinking in the morning, I thought, hey, they even kidnapped my children. The Dutch companies. Ze zijn daar aansprakelijk voor en misdadigers. Yes, they did. Because I'm still standing strong for my children. Do you know what I did yesterday? Let's tell you for another turn. Because hey, there's a lot of information. So Spanish Vibes, he likes to watch this video. phone does things. But hey, I don't like to watch it all the time. That's too much information in my brain. And oh, please, I know it. Let's do something different. So you know what I did? Because hey, I also get tired to watch my videos because I reflect on them. But hey, it was a weekend. I was drunk. Kirsten was drunk too. She started at 7 because I was here at Spanish Vibes. I told her, we are tired. I told her, hey, if you want to get out there in the town tonight, and if I come there and you're lazy and you say, hey, I'm going to tell you, girl, hey, I didn't make this ride for nothing to come over here. Let's go to the party. Because, hey, I can stay with Spanish Vibes. And, of course, I would love to stay there. But, hey, it's also good to have time with your girls, you know, girls' night out. It was just like, you know, when I think of moments now, and I just think of moments from in the past, you know, when I was without children, or just moments out of a movie or a soap, you know. One of those moments like, hey, we gaan even lekker borrelen. So I told Spanish Vibes, I'm just gonna go and have, yes, we had like a bottle with my girl, you know. And then switch my mindsets so that I could have the ride over there, because hey, it's not around the corner. I'm going from the north to south, people. It's a ride. And before you know, I was circling in the neighborhood around. That's a blessing too, people, but that's for another story. But so you know, I talked about Wayne Dyer before, but now finally, when I started this journey, I was listening to him hours and hours. No internet, only on him, only listening to Wayne Dyer, because his voice was so soft, real like a father. And you know, yesterday I saw an interview. Dreamforce, 1 hour 19 minutes and something seconds. When I finished the video, I thought, hey, number 19 again. Lucky number, huh? So Wayne Dyer, and some videos I know, you know, and then even the words that he speaks, and then I even remember it from when I was, hey, it's more than 3 years ago, maybe 4, maybe 5. How many years is this ago that I started to listen to Wayne Dyer? It was in the time that I was working in Rotterdam. The last time I was, before I, yeah. Oh, wow, that's even more than 6, 7 years ago. Is that true? Wow, yeah, people. No, I was 1 year. Okay, say 5, 6 years ago. Oh, people. Wow, blessing. So, you know, and now I listen to him again, and now I can understand what he's saying. I was so excited. When I was hearing his video again, I thought, oh, and he was talking about excitement. That whole interview, Dr. Susan Desmond. Do you know? I even know it, Desmond, Rotterdam, Denise. Do you know? Denise will always remember this. Denise. She came to live there in the village. She met him. Denise and I we have a lot look alike. But hey, Denise, I told her. Denise, ik zei dat ik lezingen ga geven ooit in mijn leven. Hey girl, of course ga ik dat doen. Jij dacht nog echt van, ja, dan moet je echt dit en dit en dit. But hey girl, what a surprise now, hè? But hey, when you think about the future, it's not you think about the future. You just see your eyes, you think ahead. Wat hebben we? Nee, 5-jarenplan. Je denkt vooruit. Helder zicht. Hey, do you know Wayne Dyer? I can see clearly now. He said that in the interview yesterday about his book. I'm so excited. Do you know? I thought he passed away. I don't know how I thought that. But yesterday I saw he had an interview, Dreamforce. They put it online 5 months ago. And he's now 73. And when he was 72, he wrote 41 books in his life. He has 8 children. 6 girls, 2 sons. And do you know what he said? He said his children is his great teachers. How many times have I been telling these people? Hey, I get him, you know. That's why, you know, the people in this country, ze hebben mijn kinderen ontvoerd. Met Dennis, met al die andere mensen die mijn kinderen hebben aangeraakt. Ze zijn allemaal aansprakelijk. They made so many mistakes, people. Wow. It's so... Wow, man. I had to prove that they are wrong. And not only that they are wrong, I had to prove that I'm even bigger than what they thought that I was. Is that right that I always said it? Because I told them, veilig thuis, hè? Ik heb haar geroepen. Ik heb dingen aan haar laten zien. Bewijsstukken. Van natuurlijk Henriette. Mijn vriendin is met mij meegegaan. Met mijn dochtertje op het gesprek daar. Hé man. That woman didn't listen. En dan zijn we in dat verdere stukje. En dan verwachten ze nog. Nee man. They're gonna pay big time people. Daarom zeg ik Dennis. Mijn kinderen sowieso. Want weet je, do you know what I love about Wayne Dyer? Oh, he's learning you. Do you know what I loved about him in the beginning when I started to listen to him? He doesn't tell you. He just gives you the choices, the opportunities. And you just listen to him. He doesn't say, I want you to call him God, goddess, whatever. You can call it whatever you like. For me, it's mother and father. You know, we're standing in the middle. Do you know why? A mother and a father, they protect their children. Wow. I've been protected. So wow, people, how my journey was. You know, when I came here yesterday, I was even thinking back. I'd stopped doing that for a while because, you know, I was learning to live in the now, really living in the now. Really living in the now because I had to. I was homeless. I was even thinking, how did that go? And I just, because I was tired, I could just stop at a taco moment only. And then I thought, hey, but lucky helped me after that. After taco, I slept one day in the car. And after that, Brother Cito helped me out many times. Wow. I remember always. I remember how I was feeling. Like, I died so many times. So many times. But I knew I could trust Mother and Father. Do you know my Father is up there? Mother is the crown because hey, we learned. Mother Earth. We learned. So for me, the crown. Respect the ground. It's our mother. You know, that's why I learned so much this time. And you know, our self-healing process. I got it for myself, my own concept. Everyone has that, you know. They're natural. Geneeswijde. Geneeskunde. Spanish brothers. I did that by him yesterday now with more confidence. He can feel small parts of his body, of course. Hey, he will feel it later. You know, like I said, it's not only talking, it's also walking the walk. And now, you know, I've learned to less speak and walk more. You know, even in this house, you know, it's circulated. Gonzalo moved to a single room. Spanish Vibes was upset, but hey, he even said yesterday, this is the best room in the house. Yes, the only annoying thing is you have an extra roommate, but hey, when there's no roommate, hey, there's free space, so enjoyable. So now we had, again, some few days again alone with each other. But the funny thing is, the old man, the wise man that looks like my father, he moved to the other room where Andre was living. Andre left. Andre has a girlfriend from, she's on the university. I wonder where Andre left, but hey, that's okay. So, only Spanish brother had that other room. The beautiful thing is, wow, I even thought, hey, even in the house they're circulating in some kind of way. For the energy, of course. Wow. And when I came home yesterday, they just finished eating. They made pasta. They asked me if I wanted. I said, oh, no, thank you. I just ate. Hey, we ate bulgur, Turkish food with my friend yesterday. And she's Dutch, German, whatever, but she looks Dutch. Hey, Kirsten was op tv, Omroep Brabant, about the voedselbanken. And ze zeiden, it's mostly young families. Of course, it's young families. People. So Wayne Dyer, let's go there. Because when I have to think about the problems and what they put out on the internet or in the news, there are always solutions, always. Because Mama thinks in solutions, always. So, you know, Wayne Dyer, 41 books. And when he pronounced to his family last year, of when he was 72, he said, I'm going to stop writing. But then then he told them, I can laugh about his stories. You know, he brings me joy. Then he started writing after that for 5 months. Wow, I love to listen to him. You know, I learned a lot. Blessings, Wayne Dyer. Thank you and love. Motivational speaker. He's a great speaker. But he, you know, he did a lot in his life, you know. What I love about him, he just say, I'm Wayne Dyer. but they pronounce his name as Dr. Wayne Dyer. But you know, your parents gave you that name on earth. And he talks about the spiritual being. And find that excitement in you that keeps you for you, no matter what anyone else tells. Do you know? Sorry. Thank you. It's still rolling. I love Wayne Dyer. And then I thought, yes, that's what I've been doing the whole time. But hey, the people were misjudging because they believed that dirty father. Hey, Dennis heeft zo slecht op mij gesproken. Do you know Wayne Dyer? His father. His story, people. Go and check Wayne Dyer out, people, if you don't believe me. He never grew up with his father. His father was an alcoholic. He left his mother with 4 children alone. Wayne Dyer grew up in a foster. In a what was it? How do they call it? An orphan house. And that man came out so strong. Do you know? Sister Anne, she grew up also in an internat. Oh, there's stories there too, people. Do you know? They gave her, I don't know if I said it on the internet before, maybe in one of those drunken moments, but hey, they gave her as a child medicine for epileptische aanvallen. And not because she was diagnosed with that, no, because her mother had that. So tell me, people, what should that do with a little child? So that's why I say they don't know how to help our children, okay? So like I said, because when I get in my mind and I think of my children and the voogd is giving things, it's going to be more and more. They're going to pay for a lifetime to me and my children. And do you know? Then money is going to be regenerated because I have to have that business to save the children. And it's not only gonna, you know, it's gonna cost money for sure. But hey, the children are gonna find their own talents. And do you know, Nazareth, I met Nazareth op the Wagneplein. There was the other boy, you know, before when I came on the Wagneplein was Spanish Vibes. That boy was walking with his friends. I remember where we had our first eye contact. But hey, maar in the Wagneplein. And he saw me watching. And you know what he did? He was talking to the group. But he passed. And then in one moment, because I saw him, he came back. And then he started to go say it there again. And then he looked at me. And you know, later in the shopping center, I passed him again. But then he was on his own. And then we looked again. And then he said, hey. I said, hi. Yes, connection. So, you know, my children and I, we need to be safe. Like I said yesterday before now, because Dennis, I'm still waiting for the call that you say, Mommy, we're coming to you. Where are you? Yes, definitely. And if you're not going to do that, Dennis, then I have to change course again because hey, I'll do that. Anything for me and my children, anything. And you know, oh yeah, let's go back to Wayne Dyer and then I'll just reflect on this video and put it online because I have more to share. Thank you. Universe. So Wayne Dyer was talking about the spiritual being. Oh, with your soul. People, you can only believe when you walk out the miracles that he's sharing, the little ones, do you know? He even said his wife, his children, greatest teachers, they practice in the house. Do you know that I was saying this before, and now I really listened to a video from him because you know I've listened to videos before for him many times, and I thought one video I found and I thought, hey, I listened to this one before, but then I found a new one from DREAMFORCE 5 months ago, but I thought he passed away, but he's still alive, thank God for that. But 73 is now. Because he was talking about June 26 last year when he was 72, about, you know, yeah. Oh, I love to listen to him. But you know, I get so excited that I can't even listen anymore because there's work to do. For out there, the projects, the world project, for the children, for, you know. That's why I got so excited. And he talks about excitement. Wow. I understand what he talks about now after all those years because, hey, I'm living it, I'm dreaming it. Not dreaming it, I'm living it. Yes, and he talks about the dreaming, you know, but about a poet. Do you know that's why I love to write poems? I have one. That's, I shared with Spanish. Let's do that. Before the camera is off. Do you know Wayne Dyer said, Stackhouse, do you know? No, my children, they will know the little details. Because I think about the little details that I keep for them. See, I know Nova will remember this. That from Nova is off, but hey, that bag from Nova I used throughout my homeless period. This one I picked up later when I finally could get it. Okay, here. Wayne Dyer said, these are papers that I wrote before in my homeless period, but at one point I didn't write anymore because I had to deal with other stuff in life, of course, homeless. So Wayne Dyer said that he can learn the most from poems. But how he knows that it, poets, because they have something in their words. Yes, of course. That brings a lot of greatness. So, you know, I wrote something months ago. Oh, and it's also on the internet, but now, you know, I'll read this once again on a different face now. Because it's for my mother. That's why mothers are so important in the world. That's why we carry the world. But you need a man and a woman together to stand strong. And if that's not the case, then the mother has to be the mother and the father. And if that's not the case, then the father has to be the mother and the father. And if that's not the case, then the gender must be the mother and the father. And you can call it whatever you like, of course. But there's a male and a female. There's a soft and a hard. And whatever, you know. There's a strong and a weak. There's a dark and there's light. Yes.